Hello there. Welcome to my channel. If you're returning, welcome back. My name is Gleeman, and today I am doing a breakdown for the Skyedex Scramble by KiNi the Hound. This has been one that I've been looking forward to since it deals with a lot of the characters that are surrounding Skybrows and part of the Skybros, and one character in particular, which is Pseudo Gray. He has become sort of our archivist, in a sense, different from Miss Penny Bloomfield, who is also an archivist of sorts. She does a lot of the same things that Pseudo has done, but as you can see in the video we're about to watch, Pseudo Gray actually goes to the content creators and gathers their info from them. Now, this video is a little bit different because there is more context in the sense that KiNi has told me that the other two videos that he's done do have a sort of binding thread up into Skyedex Scramble. And I have watched those previous videos, and I think I can see what that binding thread is. What KiNi has done is there is an underlying narrative going on, at least a little bit, to describe what is happening in the Skybros community at the time that he's making the video. And along with that sort of narrative, he also implants his team, which I believe to be family. I want to say, at least, I think one of the team is his wife. If you have any questions on that, then I suggest you watch the video just before Skyedex Scramble, where he's kissing one of the team members. So I can only assume that is his wife. And to KiNi, the reason why I haven't really talked to you about getting some of the background details on the videos. This is actually for all content creators that I am doing their breakdowns for their videos, is that I want to come at the video just like any other audience member. Granted, I am part of the Skybrows community. I am part of the Skybros. So that does give me a certain level of insight into things. But I am also coming at the video with fresh eyes, at least as far as not having any particular inside information on the video itself. That way I can articulate my thoughts to you guys, and these thoughts are almost certainly things that you yourselves can take note of when watching these videos, and you don't need special access to the creator in order to understand the video, or at least in the manner in which I'm breaking the video down. So with that said, let's go on into the video. Okay, so now, yep.
Skyedex search data dump whole world.
So we first come into this video with the text of Skyedex search data dump whole world on my back. And we'll go into lore tabs, scroll through, no time to slack. This is sort of defining what KiNi has helped pseudo Gray to do in which what this was a few weeks ago, but they are creating the Skyedex. The Skyedex being this archive of everyone's information, their characters, the videos that they've done, the any sort of lore info, which is like a hard copy of the lore. And I'll go into my thoughts on lore in a little bit. But but this is much more data conservation, and so that's one of Pseudo Gray's strengths, is that he is collecting the hard data on the creators and the reactors, and just the characters that are part of the Skybros sphere.
Lord tab, scroll through, no time to slack. Social links, tangle web, who's who, where they at.
And this is just another part of it. He's part of the archive is knowing who's connected to who, and also him getting to know the creators and the reactors has allowed him to understand certain connections between everyone in the community. And here we have the campfire bar, and I am so forgetting his name. I've seen his videos. Good grief, there are so many of us. But yeah, he does the campfire bar, which I absolutely love that idea. A little bit of a tangent. I actually had an idea or a concept of owning my own sort of nerd bar, which would house nerds for like gaming and watch parties and whatnot, and never went anywhere, but really cool idea.
Whispering schemes they attract. I am pseudo and your info is my desire.
So I am pseudo and your info is my desire, and this really does I wouldn't say sum up his character, but it is a big portion of his character. Pseudo Gray, I've talked with the man. He is very fascinated with taking your information and sort of squirreling it away into the Skyedex. And the more info that he gets, the more that he can dump into the Skyedex, and he absolutely loves compiling information. So good on him for that.
Social circles, intricate dance. Who trusts who, a fleeting glance.
So this is something that basically I saw this scene, and this was the scene that really had me to where I needed to do a breakdown of sorts, because I just wanted to talk about this scene in particular. And I think KiNi took this scene from this happened weeks ago, but one of the more troublesome times in the Skyenet community on Discord. There was a lot of I guess you could call scheming going on. in the lyrics, we have social circles, intricate dance. You have, in the Skynet community, you had these tentative relationships building on this trust of the community, but it was still rather tentative due to the fact that we are essentially all still strangers on the internet, not really knowing who is who, and who to trust. And that trust was broken quite a bit, and certain dramas happened in the Discord community. And during this time, Pseudo was going around, and nobody really knew who he was. He was simply another name in the Skynet community. And so, right here, we have everyone sort of turning and looking at the window in sort of suspicion. Their eyes are glowing with suspicion. And I think that actually takes into account how strange it would be for someone like Pseudo, who has never spoken to some of these creators before, and he comes into their DMs and he's like, hey, I'm gathering this information for this archive so people can get your information for cameos and whatnot much easier, and all the information is there. That way no one's getting your lore wrong when they're putting you in these cameos. And so there's a great amount of suspicion during this time. And so while the drama was going on, this was happening as well. And I'm a little bit more open as a person. So when Pseudo came to me, I was like, oh, yeah, here's my lore, and I don't mind at all. Here's some of the models that I've used for my character, and I was pretty chill about it. But I can imagine him having to deal with very much validating who he is and what he's doing and why he's doing it. So yeah, this scene very much struck me. Skyedex humming, taking me higher. Gotta catch 'em all, every last wire. I do kind of like the scene where it's basically he's waiting for Griffin to leave so that he can come in afterwards and be like, okay, here's the information, going through it. But yeah, it just goes to his character. He wants to be absolutely accurate, and that's another thing when you get to talk to him. He is very much about accuracy. He doesn't want to put anything in the archive that's not supposed to be there, and he wants to make sure that all permissions are laid out very much in a sort of legal sense, that he is crossing his T's and dotting his I's with everyone's information as far as the Skyedex goes. Knowledge, my weapon, my ultimate desire. And I'm sure that this scene right here is just depicting his late nights into building the Skyedex. It is a monumental Google source. So, yeah, kudos to you, Pseudo. I almost said Psychro. Blah, 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 blah. Too many PS names in the community. Or at least enough for that to come off my tongue easier.
Deep dive in the archives, ancient scrolls unfold.
And KiNi, I absolutely love the how you depicted this with the archives, ancient scrolls in what looks to be a library, where, in all honesty, most of this is on a database. But that idea of our stories going back so far that some of us have to take down the lore on scrolls. That's how far back our history dates, and just that tangibility to scrolls and books here is a lovely image to see. I personally love physical libraries, just going through the aisles of books. And it doesn't even necessarily have to be so much that I have to read every single book on the shelf. It's simply being amongst all of those stories. There's a certain feeling to it, the tangibility of all these worlds. And even if you're in like a non fiction aisle, it's all of this knowledge that is at your disposal. There's a childish sense of wonder that comes with that.
Secrets unearthed, stories untold. Every character's past, brave, wicked, or bold. Their motives, their fears, worth more than.
And I really love this line. Every character's past, brave, wicked, or bold. Their motives, their fears, worth more than gold. And I think that is just so true, as far as I'm concerned, as a storyteller, storyteller myself. Characters and their stories are so impactful to our lives. You don't think about it very much, but we are characters in the story of life. And granted, we're main characters in our own story, but we're also side characters in another person's story. And those stories have value to them. And while gold is a precious item, it's simply just a material good. It's here and there, and if we deemed it to have no value, it would have no value. But our stories are the things that we carry with us, and they determine how we see ourselves, how we see others, how we see the world. And other people's stories impact you and me just as much. And so I definitely hold to this line right here, that their motives, their fears are worth more than gold, because they have much more impact in our lives.
Social circles, intricate dance. Who trusts who? A fleeting glance.
And I do love this depiction. Once again, it's Silas. Everyone loves Silas, and there's a good reason why. He's such a good dude. And he is an amazing husband and father from what I have gathered. And so I absolutely love that everyone depicts him as such. It's just a beautiful thing to see.
Info overload, brain cells on fire.
And actually, let me. So, one thing that I noticed, I think this is Moomy. Moomy plays games. I think that's how the full thing of his name. But I think this is Moomy's upside down pyramid where his sarcophagus is. And I saw this, and I haven't actually asked him about it, but I think this sort of harkens back to the good old days of Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, I just see this and I'm like, I feel like that's a Yu-Gi-Oh! Reference. But I could very much be wrong, and it's just an original idea. But it's definitely unique to think of, like, you think mummies come out of, the pyramids or a sarcophagus, but to just literally flip it on its head and have the pyramid be upside down. It's a rather unique idea. Yeah, I kind of like the whimsy of it. And you can see here that Pseudo, his character, is leaping to one world to the next. And I actually haven't really talked to him about how his character does this, but I think that he is a teleporter of sorts. At least that's what I assume, because how else is he gathering everyone's information from these different worlds? But yeah, as you can see, like he's just jogging along or prancing along, kind of, and just having a good old time collecting stories from these different worlds. And I kind of like this symbology of every last wire, sort of like the continuity thread that he is attaching from character to character. He's connecting all of us via the Skyedex with this wire of his. My ultimate desire. And this imagery, I absolutely love this imagery, and I'm wondering if this is sort of his powers at work. He has like this smokiness coming out of him, which reminds me of why am I forgetting his name? X-Men. Oh, that's going to bother me. But yeah, from X-Men, Blue Devil guy who teleports. He's one of my favorite characters, and I really just blanked on his name. So that's staying in the video, by the way. I try my best not to edit these things. But yeah, so that guy who teleports sort of reminded me of that. Or if you go to like My Hero Academia, there's also a cloudy, misty character who teleports people as well. So that's what I get from this scene, and it just looks really, really cool. And that's him entering the Red Veil, I presume. Well, of course, yeah, here we are. This is Lady Wasabi in the Red Veil. Deep dive in the archives, ancient scrolls unfold, secrets unearthed. And here we have him digging through that upside down pyramid that we saw earlier, and meeting Mumi, which I didn't know he formed out of sand. Oh, that's an interesting power of his. But yeah. Stories untold, every character's past, brave, wicked, bold. And this is him meeting Shiver, which, by the way, if I have not mentioned it already, Shiver and I have an interesting relationship. She is a very spunky young lady. Uh, and she and I can sort of tease each other back and forth quite a bit, but it's all in good fun. And I absolutely love her spark and her wit.
Motors, their fears worth more than gold.
Social circles, intricate dance. Who trusts who a fleeting glance.
And this is Keen, who I've talked with a little bit in some of the voice chats, but haven't really gotten to know myself. Seems like a good guy, though. Really chill. And here we actually see the physical representation of the Skyedex, and I'm glad that he actually put it in this technological form because that's how it exists in the real world. And I love the emblem being Skybrow's glasses. It's very iconic. And that line, "Gotta catch 'em all," actually harkens back to one of the videos that came out about a month ago or so, which was the Skybrow's Pokemon collector. Gotta catch 'em all, you know? Collecting all of these VTubers, PNG tubers, and creators as well. And right here, we see sort of the culmination of that drama where Feeble Mind, the leader of, or the lead admin of the Skyenet, locking the Skyenet to be a private server. That way we could screen those who came in to the server a little bit more closely.
Knowledge, my weapon, my ultimate dish. From the whispers in the alley to the grandest hall, every day bit of intel, I'm catching it all.
And we just see Pseudo there eavesdropping on a conversation, which I don't know if he actually eavesdropped on conversations, but I'm sure he was in voice chats, and someone would drop a little tidbit of their lore in that voice chat, and he would be like, "Oh, gotta squirrel that way into the Skyedex." And I believe Melody there is KiNi's wife, I want to say. And I think this team of his are his family, I presume, or at least very closely tied to KiNi himself, his team, his personal team. And they've shown up in his previous videos. All of them work together to make his videos and have helped in the creation of the Skyedex as well.
Info stored, archived, and deployed. Information brokers inspired.
And this is counterintelligent and Dot Pocket helping KiNi with I want to say collection of information, possibly because Dot Pocket has done his own videos which involve a ton of creators, so he had to have talked with all of them and had some info even if it was just who these creators are and pointing them in the right direction to gather the information. At least that's what I presume. Again, have very little inside information as to this very video. So that's what I gather from this.
Tell these creators without any desire.
Okay, 1 second. Let me see. Your info stored, archived, and developed or deployed. Info brokers inspired the intel. Leaves creators without any desire. Interesting. That's actually a very interesting line. So essentially, what he's saying there is, with the Skyedex being deployed, you don't have this need anymore to seek out creators or seek out any of these individuals for the information that you're using in order to create. It's all right there for you, and it leaves you without the need for it. I wouldn't necessarily say any desire, though, but I think that's the intent there.
Without any desire.
And that is just a cute image of Banana Juju.
I am pseudo and your info is my desire.
And here is my cameo in the video. I think this is, I love it so much. And this is where I'm going to do my sort of personal plug-in to what I mentioned about lore before. But first I wanted to go into how these four individuals, Pseudo Gray, Ofted, Fatash, Miss Penny Bloomfield, and myself, Gleeman, we all are archivists in a way. We all do this very differently, which I absolutely love the fact that there are so many varying ways of being in a sort of similar field, and we accomplish these things very differently and cater to very different needs. You have Pseudo, who is doing the hard copy data collection. You have Ofted, who seeks out new creators and tries to give them a voice with her live streams and sort of expose them to her audience, and thus giving them sort of a spotlight that then gets them more traction to come into the Skybros universe. And then you have Penny Bloomfield, who does something similar, but her reactions are a little bit more in depth. She likes to contact the creators and get information specifically on those videos that they create, where she has the sort of inside track on the video, so she can tell you what's what in the video, as far as like the creator's intent goes in that video. And then you have myself, which I'm going to dog on myself a little bit. I'm rather lazy in comparison to these three. I am much more of the sort where if I come across the creator, I will just have a conversation with them, and by having that conversation, I'm sort of absorbing who they are, what their story is, just in sort of general conversation. I'm not necessarily looking to write it all down in a notebook or anything. I'm simply there to absorb the tale in front of me. And that's what I do in the videos as well. I try to take each video on its own and dissect it from there, extract the meanings that I can from it. And the same goes for any lore that I come across. I'm not the type to delve in too deep as far as like getting the creator's thoughts and opinions on every little thing. I might have questions here and there, but I want to be able to have that sort of clear mindedness of this is what I'm seeing and this is what I'm taking from the story. And that's where I might ask the creator to point me in the right direction and be like, did I get any of these right? If I didn't, then I've learned something a little bit new. And the creator also is alerted, oh, this didn't come across as I expected. And that could be a failing on my part. It could be a failing on the creator's part. Just depends on where the message got interrupted there. And maybe the creator put everything as they intended, and I took everything as they intended. And that would be a beautiful thing. But yeah, so not everyone's the same, and we all have our different roles. I guess one particular role that I do fill is I am very interested in the story aspect of the stories that I view and that I read. I love the actual intricacies of the world building, the characters' motives, and the dip and flow of the plot as it goes along. So, yeah, we all have our roles to fill. And that's sort of my spiel on it.
Circles, intricate dance. Who trusts who?
Oh, and just because it's okay, do
Circles, intricate dance.
I love that KiNi used my very old, like this is my very first model of my character, and I think that's why I ended up being somewhat of a shellless turtle in Skybrow's cameo of me, because I don't look very much like a slime here, and that's because I was simply working with the tools that I had at the time and the knowledge that I had with AI, and as you could see with my current iteration, I look very much more like a slime, like I should be.
Who trusts who are fleeting?
And I will have to ask, and this is what I was talking about before, I will have to ask KiNi about this scene. I'm not quite sure what's going on here. Why is Eustace frozen? I always assumed that his character was just a very smart cat who happens to be, I think he's dyslexic, maybe, and so he's also a cat, so he can't type very well, and so he's just someone who takes notice of the world around him and tries to convey all of that stuff, and he was being ignored because of his inability to communicate really well. But here I'm like, was he actually an ancient cat with an English cap of dunce on him? Yeah, I am so baffled by the scene. And we end it with Pseudo going around the corner and maybe eavesdropping on the next conversation for his lore gathering. And so we also have a lovely thank you from KiNi on everyone who worked with him to gather the information. Apparently, Night Owl is the one who named the Skyedex, which probably came from Pokédex, but with Sky in front of it. And then, so a lovely message from KiNi there. This actually ended up being a lot longer than I was thinking it would be, but I think that's good. It means that I had a lot more to say on the video than I was expecting, and I'm glad for that. So, if you liked the video, please, you know what to do, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye.